Hello, everyone. Welcome to Community Distance Reiki. It's wonderful to see you this Sunday. I hope you all are doing well. If you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself, put any requests out there for your personal healing, at least anything that you're comfortable sharing in such a big venue. We are going to spend our first hour together building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. After that, we will transition into a Reiki session after I briefly explain what Reiki is and how it works, where I will send healing to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. If you are watching this on the replay, hello from the past, go ahead and if you'd like to skip the crystals, go ahead and just skip to about the 1 hour point or where you see the lights begin to shift, and you can just go ahead and enjoy the music and the healing then. Those of you who are returning, welcome back. It's good to see you again, and thank you for the ongoing support. I'm Danielle Stimpson, as I mentioned. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, community Discord, crystal shop, or would like to book a one-on-one distance Reiki session or tarot reading, go ahead over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check out the links in the description. And of course, I'm here 5 times a week, same days, same times. So if you would like to go ahead and subscribe with your notifications on, you won't miss an opportunity to heal. So thanks again for being here. Let's dive right in and start building that crystal grid. Hello, everyone. Natalie, it's good to see you. I owe you an email, and thank you for all the support. Cora Carr, Jenny, Jen, Martha, Eric, welcome. And let's see. Who else? Key and or Patty. We've got T House. Good to see you again. Oh, so good to see everyone. Michelle, welcome back. Grace, I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Those of us who are in the US, a lot of us have been having some really incredible storms. We definitely got some incredible storms here in Philly last night. Hope everybody is doing okay after that. So let's go ahead. We've got things starting off. We've got our mirror here to go ahead and deflect any kind of negative energy. We've got our copper spiral to break up any energy blockages, get the optimal flow of energy going, and let us just start building up according to all of your requests. Let's see. Oh, it's so good to see everybody. Yay. Awesome. The kitties are in the living room. I think that they will be joining us soon. We were just playing. Let's see. Grace has the first request. A great week ahead, happiness, more love, and weight loss. You got it. Awesome. Furry whisper helpers. I know, right? Okay, good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So let's bring in... some happiness. Let's bring in a joy stone, a lovely yellow calcite to start us off. Lay a good foundation for the week ahead, shall we? So yellow calcite is wonderful for optimism and self-confidence. It helps to clear blockages in the solar plexus, which governs self-identity, your sense of will, what you want to do going forward. Also boundaries to an extent. This helps you to find the joy in yourself and bring that part of yourself out and bring it into the light. It also helps you to let go of need to please others and rather to follow your own sense of will and happiness. So we will bring in this beautiful joy stone for weight loss as well as money management and even sleep. Better sleep is iolite. This is definitely a favorite here. We work with this stone often. It can be really helpful too if you want to get the intuitive wisdom that you seek, especially if that's more clairvoyant. Like if you generally see your intuitive guidance, this can be really helpful. In fact, if you do anything like shamanic journeying or visionary meditation or anything, this can be a particularly helpful stone. So we'll put that out there for Grace. And more love. So let's go ahead with some rose quartz. This lovely stabilizing energy of unconditional love that allows us to much more easily let go of the energy that no longer serves, because there's this reminder that there is something better that can come in. So let's actually go ahead and place this under our eye light. Wonderful. And all the best to you. I'm glad that you are here, Grace. You feel tingles already? Oh, good. Yes, definitely nice requests already. So much synergy. Today's Reiki supporting creative work, preventing negative thoughts. Ah, gotcha. Let's go ahead and definitely work on that creative work. I know that Cora Carr's also been working on some creative stuff. So we've been using this combo. It's my favorite creativity combo. It's carnelian and sodalite. So carnelian is where yellow calcite has a lot of support for the solar plexus chakra. Carnelian is more to work with the sacral chakra, which is beneath the navel. And that's the center of creativity, sexuality, relationships. This can help with also wound healing, colds, and allergies. And we are in allergy season, definitely, as well as calling on a romantic partner. Carnelian, like I said, works with that sacral chakra, and it really helps bring about that creative essence. If you're having issues with sexual function or dysfunction, or sexuality in general, or if you are struggling with how you relate to others around you, this can be a really great stone, but excellent for creativity. So we will bring this in. And when it comes to creativity, there's the part that is the creating, but then there's also the part that is expressing. And whether it's painting, writing, dancing, performing, however it might show up to you, creative expression is more governed with the throat chakra. So sodalite is superb for opening that up and helping you express yourself. This is especially good if you're expressing yourself vocally or verbally, or even speaking in front of a crowd. Absolutely superb for that. This is also great for things like menopause symptoms, and even coming to terms with the times in our life that we're transitioning into a different state of our lives. It's also great for writing, and it helps to ground impulses and helps folks that might be struggling with homesickness as well. So this is sodalite, perfect for the throat chakra. I tend to make my grids a little bit more abstract. Just kind of go with the flow. Hey Vincent, great to see you. And thank you for the reminder. Definitely please like the stream if you haven't already, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. But honestly, being here and being a part of this live stream is tremendously helpful. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Ooh, health for kitties, especially blood sugar. Sabrina, Nemo, Ellie. Gotcha. Let's do some, and I will get to everyone's request today. Let's do some leopard skin jasper for that kitty healing. I did see that Jen also is having some trouble with her kitty, having some gum and teeth issues. So I will bring in some support for that also, but Anytime we're working with animal healing, I love to bring in leopard skin jasper. It's so helpful for that. Anything having to do with any animals, but also connecting with our animal guides. So this can help us with attracting a soulmate too, but anything having to do with the skin, working with animals, and also coordination and balance, leopard skin jasper can be really helpful. So let's go ahead and we'll bring in some nice big pieces of leopard skin jasper. There we go. So hopefully that will help Jenny's kitties. And blood sugar stuff too. Serpentine will bring in that. So serpentine helps with blood sugar and hypoglycemia, whether it's human or a cat. Also great for calcium and magnesium deficiency. I tend to struggle with both. So anything involving muscle weakness, rashes, and even trance meditation, this can be really, really helpful stone. Definitely recommended. But yeah, diabetes and hypoglycemia, serpentine is a wonderful stone. Of course, it's not nothing here is a replacement for the modern medicine, which I take all the ones that I need. But definitely, why not add some energy healing, some crystal healing vibes? Let's go ahead and bring in this serpentine. It's a stone I've been working with for my personal wellness too. And for Jen's cat, Corey, who is having issues with teeth and gums, I'm going to go ahead and bring in some aquamarine, which can be really helpful. This also helps all body fluids and aids with forgiveness. And that's whether forgiveness is forgiving someone so you can set yourself free, or if it's forgiving someone so you can start to repair that relationship, whatever feels right to you. This is good for both sides of that. It's also great for may justice prevail, so thinking about Susan and Greg with that, and also keeping away the always aggrieved and deflecting pettiness. So we have aquamarine. There we go. And all the best to both of you. Let's see. Lemurian Quartz, Herkimer, Garnet, Smoky. You got it. Smoky, Lemurian, Herkimer. Garnet is a stone I've been working with myself. I'm actually wearing a garnet bracelet right now. So it's my birthstone too. Garnet helps with organization, efficiency, practicality, and also with finding balance and courage. This is a great one if you're looking to start something new, or if you need to change up your routines and habits to something that makes better use of your time and energy. Garnet is superb for that. It's like the executive function stone. So we'll go ahead and bring those in. Lemurian Quartz helps with healing the past, especially childhood. Whether or not you remember childhood stuff, it's also great for past life healing, whether or not you remember those past lives. This is one for letting go of past emotional pain that's still hanging on and holding you back, and in learning about yourself through the self-healing journey. So this is Lemurian Quartz, a beautiful gift from Korakar and Vincent. So I will bring this in. Let's see, where shall we place this one? Let's do this. Smoky quartz is very protective, and it helps to transmute energy, just like fundamentally shifting and changing it. It's been used since at least the Middle Ages to protect property. It helps to remove energy blocks and calm worry. Smoky quartz can come in these ever so slightly smoky, like the lighter side, or even be as dark as an almost black kind of color. It's a really beautiful stone. We're going to go ahead and bring this in right in the center here. There we go. So there's some smoky quartz. And Herkimer diamond. Herkimer diamond is a type of clear quartz that grows underground. They formed underground in New York State in the United States. And they formed just like this as double terminated quartz. And natural double terminated quartz means that it forms with 2 points without having to be carved in that shape. So Herkimer diamond helps us with manifesting, asking the universe for what we need to move forward. But this kind of puts a very holistic spin on it in I want everyone involved in what I'm manifesting to be impacted positively for the highest good. It also allows you to come from a place of being in the present moment, which is so important when you're looking at the future. It can also help metabolism. It brings about psychic and intuitive abilities, and it can help harmonize any kind of energies that just feel a little out of sync. So, Herkimer diamond, we'll go ahead and place these here. Actually, I don't know. That doesn't feel quite right. Let's do that. Awesome. Good to see you, Jen. Ooh, thank you, Mary Sue, and it's great to see you. It's really great to see you, Mary Sue. Lots of love to you. That's good to know about. Thank you, Mary Sue. Stones for your cat. Oh, Kitty's got constipation. Absolutely. Oh, good stuff, Jenny. Okay, good stuff. Epidote, you got it. I was actually thinking epidote. I saw the letting go of negativity and negative thoughts. Epidote is perfect for that. It's great for negative thoughts and negative self-talk. Like when you're talking down to yourself, this helps to break that habit and helps to kind of refocus things. It's also great for recovery from illness and injury. And it's great for the nervous system and the skin, as well as the brain. This is one that's often recommended as a gift for anyone who either has Parkinson's or a loved one of theirs may have Parkinson's. But yeah, this is epidote. Sleep and energy, absolutely. Let's see, completion of creative tasks. I love working with chrysoprase for making sure you complete goals. This is also one that helps you to, if anyone's struggling with any kind of burnout or any kind of pivot or shift in your plans, any kind of big disappointment as well. This one allows for follow through as well as kind of being like nice to yourself, not beating yourself up quite so much. It helps with overcoming disappointment and sudden change of plans. This is chrysoprase, by the way. It helps with overcoming that by reminding you that whatever effort you've put in isn't a total loss, even if you shift, that you grew out of that process and you'll have that growth with you. But also, if you're on a very long path to a goal and you tend to go, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? I'm never going to reach the end. This is a really great stone to spend some time with and say, okay, wait a minute. I'm farther along than I was. I'm farther along than I think I am. Yes, there's still a long ways to go, but I'm proud of the growth that I've made so far. But this is definitely great for picking up pieces and definitely completing a task, bringing it to its natural end. So chrysoprase. Cool. Financial abundance, reconnection with love. Let's bring in some citrine for sure for financial abundance. This forms underground, actually starts its life as amethyst, and then given pressure and heat over time, transforms into this beautiful brownish orange. This is helpful for, like I said, financial gain, but also balancing logic and intuition. It's also thought to be helpful for things like addictions and compulsions, as well as even fibromyalgia. So that's citrine. It can help us to make good financial decisions as well. And let's see what's next. We've also got rhodonite. This helps us to reopen our heart to love. It's also great for supporting the heart through loss of love, like a breakup, divorce, also unrequited love, like unreturned love, and even grieving the loss of a partner or a spouse. This is one that can help you to heal those wounds and open your heart to love again. It's also great for allergies, autoimmune stuff, and asthma, as well as balancing yin and yang in the body and helping us with insecurities. So rhodonite. And welcome in, everybody. Yeah, that should help a constipated kitty. Yes, thyroid health. There's actually one I was thinking of right there. Okay. So there is one here for, let's see. Zoisite can help constipated kitty too. It's good for the bowels and gas, but it's also great for fertility, seasonal affective disorder, releasing negativity, which was a request by T. Nyhouse. It also helps to encourage you to face your problems and face the different roadblocks and things that kind of come up in the way. So if there's a task or a thing you need to face and you've been kind of procrastinating or really dreading it, Zoisite can help with that as well. And as far as the thyroid, let's go ahead and bring in Sapphire. Definitely helps with that. It also helps with channeling and speedy justice. So definitely for Greg and Susan. This is great for connecting with our angels as well. Also envisioning a good potential in a time of change. It's also indicated for things like dementia. So yeah, I use this a lot when I am doing readings for other people. It's a stone that not only helps us to connect to what we're intuitively attempting to connect to, it also helps us to translate the messages we're getting into into a way that our client can best understand the messages, or it would be the most meaningful for them. So this is Sapphire, helpful for the thyroid and for channeling. Hey, Heart, I hope you're well. Ah, you're still trying to sell that home. Ah, and for health during pregnancy, absolutely. So we've got Unakite for that, and the Merchant Stone. Let's also bring in Cinnabar. These beautiful red spots here are mercury. Yes, very, very toxic. But it was classically seen as the merchant stone, that it would attract customers to a store, or if you're looking to sell anything, if you're a purveyor of any kind, this would be thought to be helpful. So I'll bring this in as the merchant stone in addition to our citrine there. Unakite is great for fertility, pregnancy, labor, before, during, and after birth, onset of menses, onset of menopause, everything having to do with women's health. Also for heart circulation, body fluids, and metabolism. But this is one that's often thought of around birth, especially. So yeah, all the best to you, for Jenny, for your sister. And I hope this all works out. Also, this is a helpful stone if you're looking for quitting smoking, and that is Unakite. Yes, it's good with legal. Also, aquamarine is good with legal. Absolutely. Patty and Key, there's one of the things that I'm finding that I enjoy about Reiki, the properties of these stones hits these problems from many angles instead of just one. Absolutely, and definitely bodily fluids. You're right, aquamarine is not going to hurt. Let's see. Jennifer, also, I hope that vet works out. If not, if you need somebody quicker, or for anything quicker, Art City Vets is usually taking new people. In fact, they can even take like emergency appointments. It's like urgent care for cats too, and they don't charge much extra for that. So just letting you know. They're right near the art museum. Let's see. Want to see what I've missed. Let's see. So T. Neuhaus, supportive, creating work, and prevent negative thoughts. We did that. Okay, good. And Chris, we will get to yours. Attracting good friends, abundance in health and financial. Let's do attracting some good friends. Let's bring honey calcite. This is great for attracting good colleagues too. Good colleagues, good friends, good neighbors, good people to your life. It's also great for optimism, even in the most challenging of times, and balancing the sacral and solar plexus chakras. So we talked about the solar plexus with yellow calcite. We talked about the sacral with the orange carnelian. This helps balance both of those areas, where we have our sense of self at the solar plexus and our sense of how we relate to others with the sacral. This can help with navigating those boundaries, and also with finding people who respect our boundaries, we respect theirs, we feel like they're a good fit for us, good friends, good colleagues, all those good things. So honey calcite. There we go. Courage to be vulnerable. I like that. Let's do some red jasper for that. It's a very empowering stone. It's very protective. It helps to do things like fight injustice, bullying. It's also great for emotional support, especially things that are like long-term illnesses or long-term life events that are difficult to go through. It helps with psychic and spiritual protection, grounding the root chakra, feeling safe, secure, and stable. And in that way, it can really help us to feel a little bit more stable and strong so that we can be a little bit more vulnerable. We'll feel a lot more stable within ourselves. So, red jasper. Anything involving success for Eric. Let's bring in some emerald. This is really aligned with success quite often. It's also great for getting back your passion for life or something in life that you have gotten a little listless about. It's helpful for the upper respiratory tract, bronchitis, and breathing. And it can help with bringing back confidence in our appearance, as well as healing skin and tissue. So this is emerald. Support for your success. All the best to you, Eric, and welcome here. So let's bring this in. Vincent bone, knee, and joint health. Let's bring in some howlite. Howlite is wonderful for teeth, gums, hair, bones. And there we have it. Whether it's just the joints or the actual bones themselves or all of the above, this is very, very helpful. It also aids with things like frustration, anger, and resentment. It can help sort of take the sting out of those for a moment so that you can get a better glimpse at like, okay, here's what's causing these really challenging feelings, and here's what I can do to shift whatever's leading to those feelings, so maybe I won't be quite so blow-uppy with anger and resentment. But yeah, great for osteoporosis, bone health. Another one that I work with often. Howlite, I feel, is like one of the more overlooked stones in healing. I absolutely love working with it. This one can also help with completing studies and learning too, which we don't often use it for that. Okay. Blue Sky, welcome in. Demita, welcome. And oh, I still don't have moldavite. I'm working on it. Let's see. Feeling like a spiritual block. Add something about moving out sadness and anger. Honey calcite is amazing stone. I'm glad. Yeah. Any crystals that can help with closing an estate faster? Maybe. Let me think about that. Moving out sadness and anger. Anger, we definitely have howlite there, which really helps with that. We also have moving out sadness. We have green onyx. This also helps moving forward despite emotional pain. It's great for things like emotional shutdown on the most extreme, but really any type of grief or sadness at all, green onyx can be really helpful for. So yeah, we'll bring this in. Green onyx, oftentimes if you do look for it online, you're going to find it looking like almost a more pistachio kind of green color. That's much more common. These were mined a very long time ago. It's rare that you see a bright green onyx like this, but it is great for moving through grief and moving through sadness and letting go of sadness too. It's a great heart healer stone. Very stabilizing. And peace in your mind and lifting the heaviness from your heart. Snowflake obsidian. Let's start with some snowflake obsidian here. This one is, if you're struggling with any kind of guilt, anyone, I know I didn't see it mentioned, but this can be really helpful for that. Snowflake obsidian is also great for recognizing like not so great patterns that we have that we tend to repeat. This can help bring them to our attention and help us kind of reprogram and recalibrate to not do that quite so much anymore. But the reason I'm bringing it in now is because it's helpful for the mind, body, and spirit balance. It's great for bringing about peace and serenity, especially after a time of loss or feeling lonely or disconnected. And it is great for hope after loss. Also supports clairaudience. So if any of you are intuitive and sensitive in terms of what you hear, this is a really great stone. So I'll bring this in. I'm going to put in this big piece here. Actually, let's do both. Okay, that can help. Also rutilated quartz, which I wanted to bring in for Korakar as well. So rutilated quartz is clear quartz with these rutils going through them. This one, it's a more of a coppery color. Sometimes it's more goldish, sometimes more silvery. But rutilated quartz is superb for bringing focus to the mind and bringing in energy. And I did see a few requests for energy. So this is very energizing. It's also thought to be a beautiful gift for someone who is battling cancer, because not only does it help energize the body after being depleted and run down, it's also thought to focus energy, including healing energies, to where they're most needed in the body. And that would be, the best we can do to support someone who's going through cancer treatments is to think, well, I hope that this gives you some energy back, and I hope that all of the treatments you're getting go to exactly where they're most needed. And that's where rutilated quartz comes in. So this is great for clearing the heart too, and clearing the mind. And there we go. Lots of love to your stepfather, Korakar. And lots of love to you. Lift the heaviness from your heart. The green onyx is great for lifting that heaviness in your heart. Feeling blocked spiritually, like you can't receive downloads. I feel like Prenite wants to come in. Prenite's one that helps to facilitate like spiritual teaching and learning. So when I teach Reiki, I often have a piece nearby. I have a bunch of huge pieces behind me. But this also helps with lucid dreaming, divination, any way that you get your messages from spirit. This helps to facilitate that a little bit better. It's also connected with releasing any unfair demands. So if you're somebody who has a hard time saying no, this is helpful. And it can also help stop your mind from wandering quite so much when you're meditating or doing spiritual work. But prehnite intuitively is the stone that wanted to come through for you for that. So I'm bringing it in. Hope it's helpful. Let's make a little room. Love prehnite. Iolite is there. Blue sky, good to see you. Celestite, sunstone, ruby, garnet's there. Sunstone is one that I'm personally working with a lot right now. Like I even am sleeping with it under my pillow, and I don't normally sleep with crystals under my pillow. But this is one that reminds you, you did not come here to play small. And there's a lot of ways in which we can limit our thinking of our own potential. This is one that really sort of, in a way, like blows all of those ways that we limit ourselves out of the water and says, you did not come here to play small. You are here for big purpose, big meaning, and here, think big. So this is a lovely stone to work with. Again, orange sunstone, so we'll bring this in. Where shall we place it? Let's start it here. And here. We also have indigo gabbro. Sometimes we have these things that we do or think that get in our own way. It's like we trip over our own feet. Indigo gabbro helps bring some insight into the ways in which we are our own worst enemy and get in our own way and limit ourselves. This helps to find the cycles, the habits, the patterns, whatever it might be, in which we can kind of tie our spiritual shoelaces together or our personal shoelaces together and trip over ourselves. So this is indigo gabbro. It also goes by the name mystic merlinite, which is very different than merlinite. It is black and purple, and it kind of looks like marble, and it's a really pretty stone, but it can bring a lot of insight into how we act, behave, and think, and deconstruct that a little bit. So let's go ahead and bring this in right behind our iolite. Celestite helps us to feel the connection of our angels all around, which can definitely help with those of you looking for clarity or a feeling of connectedness or any kind of sense of loneliness too. Angels, in my experience, it's like they don't care what religion you are. They just want to help you get to the best place for you. So here this is. It's also great for discerning thoughts from fears. Like sometimes we get an intuition and it's like, is that an intuition telling me to be careful, or am I just afraid of something? And if I'm just afraid, is there a reason for that fear? This helps us sort that all out. It's also great for any matter of physical pain and anything that has to do with messages from our angels and our guides, connection to upper guidance. So that is Celestite. And ruby. Ruby is courage to be yourself. And I know somebody had asked for a stone for courage to be vulnerable. This can help to some extent. This is definitely being yourself. This is also a stone of management. And if you want to take on a leadership role, or if you even just want to lead better in your own life, this is one that gives you that really great that really great strength and presence and stability internally to also see the big picture and see all the different moving parts that need to work together and making a plan, working with everyone together to manage and lead accordingly. It's also great for love, fertility, and it's thought to be helpful for fibromyalgia as well. So this is ruby, and this is natural ruby. This is what it looks like before anybody cuts it. So yeah, there you go. Such a pretty stone. I love using this alongside Garnet as well because they have such a similar feel. There we go. Good to see you, and I hope you have a good week at your new job. The alignment of this group does feel extra tonight, Patty. I couldn't agree with you more. And yeah, loving Sunstone right now too. Good stuff. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, I did start the April videos. Yay! Capricorn and Pisces are up, and I will continue working on them tomorrow too. Hey, Lisa, it's good to see you too. Your mother and family's health. For you, just things are just out of sorts. Let's see. Let's see, I remember with your mother. Your mother, we have Unikite out there. And I know Aventurine was helpful for someone in your family's health with eye problems. I'm going to bring Aventurine in because Sunstone is just vibing with all of us so well. Aventurine is a really good kind of co-pilot to that. So where I was saying, excuse me, that like orange sunstone is great for. Hold on one moment. Sorry about that. Where we were talking about orange sunstone and how it kind of propels you into the new way to envision your own potential. Aventurine kind of heals your heart to say, you know, hey, you're more than you realize. This is, in a way, it's almost like the heart healing pep talk version of that. It's like you can do more than you think. You're capable of more than you realize. It's also, as we mentioned, great for eye problems, heart rhythms, and allergies, but also learning computer skills, which for Cora Carr, learning the new ways of illustration, this could be really helpful. It's also thought to help fertility. So let's go ahead and bring this in. Wonderful. Pink opal, moonstone, selenite. Absolutely. I have opal, but I only have fire opal, but I'll bring that out. Opal, moonstone, selenite. I was thinking moonstone. You read my mind. For Lisa, for that out of sorts kind of feeling, I was thinking Dalmatian jasper, but I think I put it down in here somewhere. Yeah, here we go. When things feel just kind of like out of sorts and nothing's really sinking in, sometimes Dalmatian jasper can be really helpful. And lots of stones that can be good at energy clearing in general can be helpful. But Dalmatian jasper is actually black tourmaline going through jasper. And black tourmaline, as it repels and deflects negative energy, going through jasper like this helps to clear the energy field. that clears your energy field of your energy, anyone else's energy. It also aids in cooperation. So that can help too. And for anybody who's struggling with like digestive issues, IBS, Crohn's, anything like that, this is also thought to help that. So I'm going to bring in some, I was going to bring this in for the kitty earlier, but then I thought of something else. So let's bring Dalmatian Jasper in. Go ahead and put this right behind our aventurine. Opal is sacred to the shaman. I've used it to, on a spiritual level, if you're doing any kind of work in the spirit realms and you don't want to attract the attention of negative things, this is the stone. And, you know, in the spiritual side of things, I often think, you know, the as above, so below. This is really good when you're just doing your thing, you're going about your life, you're living your soul's purpose, and you don't want to attract the attention of anybody who's maybe not got the same the same plans that you do, the same intentions that you do. This can help be protective by keeping you kind of visible to those who matter and not so visible to those who don't. And that's how I work with Opal. So we'll bring that in. Moonstone is great for connection with natural cycles and rhythms. Also with connection to wisdom and intuition. It's great for women's health and knowledge. It's also great for protection during travel, connection to your own inner knowingness, and accepting divine timing when it's not really on our timeline. But yeah, this is also great for attracting love. I think of it as being very aligned with like the High Priestess and the Tarot. So this is Moonstone. Let's put this under Emerald. We've got plenty of room. We've got ways. Perfect. Moonstone can look so many different ways. Perfect. Ooh, you start your new role tomorrow. Congratulations, Martha. Let us know how you do. Let's bring in the selenite. Selenite helps to reflect nothing but pure white light. This helps us to connect with our spirit guides, our angels. This helps to clear our energy field. It can also clear the energy of stones. Oftentimes people ask me, how do you clear your crystals? What do you do to clear your crystals? There's a lot I do, and it almost never involves burning anything. I generally keep salt and Epsom salts underneath all the crystals because that wicks away not so great energy over time, and I lay them on selenite. This makes it really easy to recharge stones very quickly, also to clear their energy very quickly, and it's just beautiful. I have tons of it all over the place. It really does help. In my physical healing studio that I had in Philadelphia until I decided to close it at the start of COVID, the whole altar was like lined with selenite to, you know, keep recycling the energy and keep deflecting good energy, you know, opposite the feet of my clients from the treatment table. But the crystals I would use during a session, I would then place next to the selenite and let them sit there overnight and put them away again in the morning. They'd get all charged up and clear, and it was great. Let's see. Yeah, opal is a fascinating stone. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I'm glad it's crystals. I don't my mind is not usually that clear. But yeah. Let's see. And I know there was a few that had a list. Let's definitely go up to... Martha had a little bit of a list. Patty had a little bit of a list. Chris did. Yeah, Martha had coral, garnet's there, emerald's there, ruby's there, yellow calcite's there. Pyrite, bloodstone. And I was thinking bloodstone again. We're always we're always one step ahead of each other here. Bloodstone actually has a lot in common with green onyx. This is a great, like, emotional stuff hits the fan stone. It lifts despair. It helps with emotional stamina. It's also great for relieving self-doubt. So this very much goes hand in hand with things like sunstone and aventurine. It's also another stone that's great at healing, at calming the mind when we're meditating or doing any kind of spiritual work. It's another stone that's great for that. And I absolutely love it. It's green with these hits of red. It's great for any kind of emotional shakeup or jarring event that also shakes the very fabric of your life, your day-to-day routine, the roof over your head, how you go about your life. So bloodstone also goes by the name heliotrope. It's a very powerful stone. I absolutely love working with it. So let's go ahead and place that around. And I will squeeze in some more stones for us. And pyrite, fool's gold, helps call in the real gold. It's another stone of financial abundance. It also helps the body make the most of energy during a Reiki session. It helps with the brain and memory. So I've been working with pyrite too. So there you go, Lisa. This is part of why. It's also really helpful for fever and the lungs and for opening up to intuition while simultaneously protecting you from energies that you don't want to call in. So pyrite. There we go. Also, we've got a few of these here. Black onyx. Black onyx is another very powerful stone. It's very, very grounding and protective. It's another one that can help with self-doubt as well. It's great for protection spiritually and energetically, for giving us self-esteem, and for helping us through times of grief as well. It's really helpful if we want to connect to our ancestors too. In fact, onyx, for as far back as we have history, has often been used for that purpose. It's also great for things like anxiety. So, yep, there we go. So black onyx, where shall we place you? Almost like my fingers are too big. There we go. And mookaite, tiger eye, red tiger eye, golden tiger eye. Let's actually use these two. Tiger Eye helps to bolster courage. It very much works with the solar plexus chakra. It bolsters courage. It protects us against things like envy and jealousy. But more than anything, this is a good one of study, research, big picture thinking. It's an entrepreneur stone, helps with new ventures. It's another stone that can help with leadership and like that, seeing all the different angles and everything that has to work together in order for things to succeed. It's also fantastic for seeing like very fine details of things too in research and in study. So yeah, we'll bring this in. I'm gonna put these here and here. So that's golden tiger eye, which most folks are familiar with tiger eye. Red tiger eye is golden tiger eye that's formed closer to iron in the Earth's surface, giving it this reddish color. And it is intensely protective. This is one that, whether it's mundane nastiness like bullying, triangulating, that kind of stuff, gaslighting, also really helpful for spiritual malevolence and like energetic not good stuff. Good no matter what, and it's a very, very powerful protection stone. Also helps us to manifest money in a hurry if we need it. So let's go ahead and place these here and here. Whoop. Have carnelian, we have smoky, and let's bring in some mookaite. This helps with making decisions and accepting change. Also goes by the name Australia jasper, and I love it. It's very grounding, and it's great for those times where you're like, you just feel stuck, because it's like, in order to make the decision, that means you have to accept that this new reality exists. And it's like, but I don't want to accept that that new reality exists, so I'm not going to make a decision. This is the remedy for that. So mookaite. Let's go ahead and add it to the center here. There we go. And I will add clear quartz if there is time and space. We need a bigger grid. Family unity and harmony, or changing career paths. Absolutely. Oh, Heart, thank you so much. Thank you. Heart is sharing, she's singing my praises right now. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Family unity, harmony, carnelian, which is right here. Excellent for that. Excellent for that. Also, Dalmatian jasper is great for everyone working together. Hey, LP. I'm so glad. I'm so glad your mom is feeling better. And welcome in, and happy Sunday. Okay, I know Key and Patty and Chris all had some requests. I want to get as many of those in as I can, and then we'll get started. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so Patty would like petrified wood, lapis. Let's bring in the lapis. Yeah, I'm toying with some ideas about changing up how I do the grid so there's more room. So I'm working on it. Lapis is great for integrity, honesty, truthfulness. It's great for upward movement in your career. So this will definitely help a few of you that have mentioned that. It's also great for aiding disorganization, taking personal responsibility in that integrity, and anything inner ear like vertigo and hearing loss. So definitely lapis. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and put lapis in the center here, so that we'll keep some space open. And petrified wood. Fortunately, petrified wood isn't something you find a lot of small pieces of. But petrified wood is something that was a living tree, and it died in order to transform into stone. And this one even has some crystals forming on it anew. And as it's gone through that transition, it becomes a really beautiful stone for difficult transitions. It's very much, I think of it as very aligned with the death card in the tarot. Natural endings and beginnings, death and rebirth kind of themes can be really helpful for that. So let's go ahead and place this one here. And we have a lot of these there. Chevron, amethyst, celestite, we have amazonite. Amazonite is great for self-respect. A lot of self-respect stones today, everyone. Self-respect, calming, and self-care, especially people who tend towards caring for others and not thinking about ourselves. I know that definitely applies to me. This can very much help remind you that self-care is important, especially if you want to keep going. So yeah, this is amazonite. These are some bigger specimens. It can be like a very light, pale kind of green, greenish blue, or this sort of darker bluish green, even with white stripes. So I'm going to go ahead and put this here. So that's amazonite. Also helps with the spine and spinal nerves. And chevron amethyst. I have one big piece of chevron amethyst too. Chevron amethyst aids with connecting to spirit, channeling, shamanic journeying, visionary work, any kind of intuitive connection type work. It's also great for developing our tolerance of others, as well as dealing with any kind of degenerative ailment. So that is chevron amethyst. I'll place that here. And I think I have the rest, and I want to go to Chris. I was trying to integrate everything you asked for as we went through. So yes, pink tourmaline. Great for migraine, neuralgia, and anything having to do with hormones, regardless of gender, but specifically puberty. And if you have any kind of gynecologic issues, this is wonderful. So this is if you've got really bad cramps all the way up to like endometriosis, PCOS, things like that. This can be a really helpful stone. It's also great for having a more positive self-image and for muscle weakness too. So that's pink tourmaline. Blue kyanite I think is really helpful for all of us because this one helps us understand the messages that spirit sends. It also helps us accept ourselves. Like it's like radical self-acceptance, accepting yourself exactly as you are for the person you are. And when we do that, it makes it a lot easier to feel empowered to make changes rather than beating ourselves up to make changes. It's also thought of as very helpful for neurological care, especially if it's impacting speech or mobility. But this is blue kyanite. Let's see. There we go. So blue kyanite. Let's bring in some aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite. I think this will be our last stone. Yeah. Ah, lovely. Changing career paths lapis for Michelle, and also, okay, so here's our last two stones. Aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite. This is 2 types of calcite. The blue is helping our soul star chakra, which is above our crown. That's where the highest version of our soul's potential lives. And that's constantly changing and upgrading based on the decisions we made, the decisions and opportunities that are around us as well. But being connected with the concept of our highest potential. And the brown and tan is connected with, that's actually the aragonite. That's connected with the earth star chakra. That's where we enact our soul's purpose. We take our highest version of what's possible and we bring it into the earth star, and that's where we can start making actions and showing up in life and doing the things we need to do to make our soul's purpose actionable and actually unfolding in front of us. So this encompasses both. Let's go ahead and place a piece right here. And then we will also bring in, and I've gotten most of what Chris requested. I was keeping Chris's usual requests in mind as I was picking stones for other people. It's like, okay, if there's 3 stones I can use, there's one that's on the list. Let's make it work. And last but certainly not least, tourmalinated quartz. This is quartz with black tourmaline running through it, much like rutilated quartz meets Dalmatian jasper. This is great for breaking things up, like old habits, limiting beliefs, old traumas, old emotional pain, things from childhood. But it also helps with new jobs, new careers, new career paths, finding gigs, finding passive income, new ways of creating material wealth. Also, it breaks up scar tissue on the body, in the body, and emotional scar tissue. So those things that hold us back, is very protective of people while they travel as well. So I'm going to bring this in, and we will place you. Let's see. I'm going to put them back, I promise. Here's this one. And I'm also going to bring in a piece of clear quartz. Clear quartz helps to amplify the energy of crystals around it. It can also hold your intention as like a placeholder. And oh, I'm so glad that that resonated with you, Natalie. Yeah, the soul star chakra is amazing. It's actually one that we work with specifically with integrated energy therapy, and I've gotten to know it really well through that. But this is our piece of clear quartz. This is going to be our very special piece of clear quartz. Any other intentions or requests or anything that you have for today, go ahead and attach it to this piece of crystal for just the duration of our Reiki. Clear quartz can amplify the energy of other stones, but it can also be like programmable with our own intentions and thoughts. Quartz is used for recording, and a lot of the Earth's crust is made of different types of quartz, like rose quartz and amethyst and citrine, on and on. This is carved into a point, and it's thought that these points help to focus or channel the energy. So we'll have the intention that this takes all of the energy of all of the stones and all of your requests, makes them even stronger, and sends them up to the divine. And so you can go ahead and think any other intentions into that stone. Oh, that's pretty. And I'm going to use a smaller piece of mookaite. So I'm about to do that thing where I talk about what Reiki is and how it works and what to expect for anyone who is new. For those of you who have been here before, we'll just use this one. Go ahead. There we go. Let's go ahead and put this mookaite right here at the head of the table, and the kyanite right behind it, and there we go. It should be able to help you like that. Yeah, blue sky. Like energy blocks along the spine, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. You can work with Caribbean blue calcite with aragonite that way. I have a few pieces. I haven't put them on the website. If you're placing an order, let me know and I can connect you with it. There is a lot of it being mined right now from Pakistan too. I'm going to say this might be the better stone to carry, or a piece of clear quartz that holds that intention. But yeah, absolutely. So I am going to go ahead and explain what Reiki is, a little bit of how it works, what to expect. And while I do that, I can use all of your help to go ahead and use the chat if you feel comfortable. If not, just go ahead and think it in your heart. Think of all of the things that you are grateful for. That will help lift the energy and prepare the space for all of us to receive our optimal healing energy. Absolutely. So go ahead and do that. While you're doing that, if you haven't hit the like button already, please do so. And it looks like a lot of you have. Thank you. So I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is. If you haven't used the loo in a little while and you feel you need to, now's a great time. And yeah, what is Reiki? Let's find out. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is Danielle Stimpson. I am the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I've been teaching Usui Reiki for almost 15 years now. It's been about 14 and a half years exactly. So the style of Usui Reiki, it's named after the method known as Usui Reiki, is named after this method's founder, Mikao Usui, and he created this particular structure in the early 1920s Japan. And it's resonated with us here in the West because, well, not only is it great and really has a lot of techniques that we can find useful, it's also deeply spiritual, but at the same time, very secular. So it allows us to understand the universe in all the diverse ways that we do and still relate to it working with this energy. So what is the energy exactly? Well, the indigenous spirituality of Japan is known as Shintoism. And in Shintoism, everything has a soul and everything is interconnected. So essentially, while we are all interconnected in this larger web of the universe, there are additional energy forces at play that are flowing through all of us all the time, no matter where we are. One of those is a spiritually guided soul energy, and that's roughly what Reiki translates to. This energy is already flowing through you wherever you happen to be right now, and it supports physical, mental, emotional, spiritual well-being. Our body, mind, and spirit are always working with this energy to bring about the greatest amount of balance that it can moment to moment. Essentially, what I'll be doing today is using the techniques that Usui has in his method to connect to that energy and direct even more of it to anyone out there who's watching this video, whether it's a recording or live. And essentially your body, mind, and spirit will take that energy and be able to do what's best for you. You can set any intention if you haven't already at any point during your healing, but you don't need to have a special intention. If you're just curious about what Reiki is, this is the best way to find out. During the session, you may feel some shifts and feelings in your physical body. You may have emotions rise up or be released. Mentally, you may have just a space to think some things through that you haven't been able to. You may also just have a great opportunity to hear your subconscious. On a spiritual level, you may have some intuition, you may get big clarities, anything like that may come through. You may also just have a really relaxing nap, and isn't that amazing? But more than likely, your individual experience is probably going to look like some semblance of all of those as it best suits you today. During the session and while I'm sending to you, you don't need to do anything. You can sit or lie comfortably, and I generally recommend that. Find the most comfortable position for yourself and get cozy, but you don't even have to remain still. If you'd like to use this time to simply relax and enjoy, that's awesome. But if you would like to journal, stretch, play the guitar, whatever works, it's absolutely fine to do that too. I'll be sending Reiki to all of you for 25 minutes, during which I will turn the music up. If you'd like to learn more about our musical creator, all of her information is linked at the bottom of the description. And I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that the lights will move gently and slowly through several different colors. At no point will it flash or strobe. At the end of the session, you'll hear my voice come back in. I'll invite you to take a deep breath in and out at your own pace and slowly come back to your body. At that time, I'll reopen the chat and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you may have or simply hear out any experiences that you want to share. And thank you so much for being here today. Reiki can do no harm. It can help pretty much anything, but it doesn't have to replace any other type of treatment or protocol that might be working for you. It's sort of the beauty of Reiki. It's almost like the sugar-free icing on top of everything. So thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, my community Discord, one-on-one distance sessions, one-on-one tarot readings, all of that other good stuff, visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check out the links in the description. And definitely consider subscribing with your notifications on if you don't want to miss an opportunity. If you do happen to be watching this in the future, hello from the past. Just as we are all interlinked and interconnected, and it doesn't matter where you are logistically in relation to me, it also doesn't matter when you are time-wise in relation to me. So if you're watching this in the future, you're going to have just as fun and healing a time. Those of you who are here live, if you do need a healing and I happen not to be live, you can always go to the past healing live streams playlist, pick an installation based on the image of the crystal grid on the thumbnail, and you'll know that it's the right healing for you, and you can sit back and enjoy whenever you need it. Thank you all so very, very much for being here today. If you would like to share, subscribe, like, all that good YouTuber stuff, I super appreciate it. But honestly, being here and taking part in this is everything. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get into that Reiki. Ooh, that looks pretty. Let's see. You can barely see this guy, so... Then we can't see the honey calcite. Let's do... Yeah, so this is a great time to get cozy. Lay down, sit up. Oops, sorry for that noise. There we go. Oh, that looks nice, and that feels really good. So everybody... Ooh, one more piece of petrified wood at the bottom. Thank you for being here. So enjoy your Reiki session. I will see you in 25 minutes. Thank you for all of the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things that you've put in the chat to help lift the energy. Ah, this is absolutely lovely. Enjoy your session, and I will see you all in 25 minutes. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly start to come back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And slowly come back to the space that you're in. Oh, Demita, you're so welcome. Thank you for being here. Oh, Goddess of Four, I'm glad you liked it. I almost forgot to mention that there's just about 2 hours left to take advantage of the current sale going on for distance sessions and readings. If you head over to learnreikiphiladelphia.com/shop, scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see where you can purchase 2 1-hour sessions of your choice, Reiki, IET, Tarot, what have you, for $60 each, $120 total. That's $1 a minute, and they never expire once you buy them. So you can keep them for when you need them. You can put them back to back. You can use them whenever you like. But thank you so much for being here. Wonderful to see you all. Yes, happy week to everyone. You're so welcome, Grace, Martha, and Hart. Thank you so much. Definitely am still recording Tarot for all 12 signs. You'll probably see those coming through Tuesday or so. And definitely look out for those. If you're not already subscribed with your notifications on, you might want to do that so that you get a chance to check out your sun, moon, and rising when they're ready. Oh, I'm so glad, Patty. Aw, thank you. Patricia Collins, you're so welcome. Have a beautiful week. Jennifer, Lisa, Vincent, lots of love to you all. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. I will be back on Tuesday at 8 p.m. as usual. All of the regular days and times that I stream are listed in the description. And of course, if you're subscribed, you'll know when they're coming up. Do I teach tarot? Not yet. Not yet. Working on it. I teach Reiki. I teach Usui Reiki. And I'm preparing some crystal lessons for you all too. Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and if you have any questions, let me know, but I think I'm going to leave you all here with a ton of well wishes and an abundance of blessings for all of you on this coming week. Take care of yourselves. I do hope I get to see you again very soon. Be well and bye for now.